everybody, Jason Burmis here, and we've got a bit of an X-Files type mystery, except for there's no aliens involved, there's just drones, so bum 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 do-da-da-do-da-da-do. Only it's not really that funny. So obviously there's a lot of speculation on what's going on. There was a story the day before Christmas Eve. Now there's another follow-up story on this. And where are we talking about drones? Well, we're talking about drones over the suburbs and rural counties of Colorado in the north, I believe it's northeast sector, and into Nebraska as well. Now, I'm going to read this article because really, the police are denying any knowledge. Now, does that mean that these drones are not law enforcement related? I don't know that that's the case. It may be a higher level of law enforcement, but we'll get there. Some of the other theories that have been posed are also, I would say, relatively plausible. There's talks of Mexican drug cartels. There's talks of cattle ranchers because they seem to be coming out at night. And if they're coming out at night, I would assume they have some kind of night vision capabilities. It's not that hard these days. Anybody, with literally less than $500 can get a pro-level drone that's capable of doing some pretty amazing things. Think about that, and the price will drop, and the technology will get better and better and better, as we've seen. A lot of people will be like, well, smartphones don't work that way. Actually, smartphones do work that way. I know a lot of you get suckered into buying the latest smartphone, but and paying $1,000. But this was $180. It's got 4 gigs of RAM, 4 separate cameras on the back, one on the front. Like a teardrop deal. It's got a glass front and back. And if you notice, by the way, I took the fingerprint scanner out. I don't love the biometrics. I don't use the face scanner. But this is $180 unlocked. That's how cheap this is. The specs of your iDevice and whatever, pretty much almost there, maybe downgraded slightly. The iDevice is 5 times as much. Oh yeah, and I can use it as a remote control, and it takes external memory. So prices go down, people have access to these drones. Okay? Mysterious drone sightings have been reported in more than 3 rural counties in the northeast corner of Colorado and at least 1 county in Nebraska, as local law enforcement officials and residents remain clueless as to why they're flying above them at night. The sheriffs of Lincoln, Washington, and Sedgwick counties told the Denver Post on Friday that their offices have been getting calls this week about unknown winged devices days after initial reports of Phillips and Yuma counties caused a national stir. And they're referring, again, to these things happening. And by the way, they don't seem to be malicious, okay? And they're going over the intersections of major highways. There's a lot of possibilities here, okay? Local and national authorities say they have no idea who is operating the group of large drones reported to have 6-foot wingspans and spend the nighttime hours flying in grid-like patterns. Now, with a 6-foot wingspan, now you're talking about, obviously longer than my wingspan here, okay? A little taller than me. I wish I was 6 foot. That 5'10", 5'11" kills me every day, and I don't want to get smaller. I got to start stretching. But the point is, the blade span is taller than me. Now you're talking probably around $5,000 to $15,000, depending on what they're doing. And if they're doing that and they're at night, can you imagine what kind of camera capabilities they have? All right? So national and local authorities, I don't know. Now, the other thing is that you have the Amazons of the world looking to do drone delivery. You would need something with a very large wingspan to deliver packages of a substantial size. Okay, so we don't really know what it is, but here it is. While the powers that be have no answers, the mystery aircraft have inspired a wide range of theories online. It has to be the work of the Mexican drug cartel, one commenter on the Post website said. Now, if that were the case, first of all, why would you be in middle America? Why would you be, they're not along border towns. So no, I don't buy into that, okay? No, it's obviously aliens from a far-off galaxy. That's obviously garbage. Perhaps it's the History Channel looking for lost cities or ranchers trying to track their cows, others theorized. Now, I don't know what the laws are here, but this is the next level of track trace database, right? More than likely, this is a beta program. I mean, I'm throwing my hat in the mix here. More than likely to me, this is more than likely a beta program to see how much information that they can garner from these things. Because it's coming. They want these in rural towns. They want these in cities. And by the way, thank you so much. Is that Flick off? We haven't seen you in a while, Flick. I know I haven't been as busy. Yes. Hey, Jason. Don't worry too much about the show month for your GoFundMe. The people get broke this time of the year. Laugh out loud. Myself included. Yay for payday. Oh, thank you, bro. Yeah, no, listen, man. I get it. My GoFundMe's low. I'm not really worried about it right now. I'm trying. Listen, first of all, I've produced a lower amount of videos this month, right? And on top of that, I lost 200 subscribers in the last 2 days, maybe more. And I can't find any videos where, I go through my analytics. Like I thought maybe I offended some people with my my breakdown of the Netflix Jesus special, but my analytics were fine, so I lost 2 subscribers for that one. Whatever, the mysteries of the algorithm. And now the mysteries of Sedgwick County and beyond, and 6-foot span drones flying at night in patterns. The clusters of drones hover to cruise the area between 7 and 10 p.m., flying several hundred feet in the air. Okay? Britton says he's seen them himself, lights of an unknown color flickering from overhead. Oh yeah, the sheriff said with a chuckle, there's a lot of conspiracy theories floating around in Sedgwick County right now. Now, I have no idea if he talks like that. This is a hackneyed accent that is unnecessary, but I wanted to read it that way. So, I'm saying to you that when you have this type of technology and when it's being used more and more for surveillance, we do have police forces throughout the country, not using 6-foot drones, but certainly ones with a smaller wingspan all over the country, already happening. It gets scary because the goalpost gets pushed further and further and further and further and further, right? And now we live in a society where we're starting to see the real-time deletion of information. Obviously, my biggest concern is right now in that impeachment hearing, I'm almost at 850 videos on this page. I have a video where a congressman says a name he's not supposed to, and the president retweets that. And the mainstream media still refuses to say that name. And Google, YouTube, Alphabet, whatever you want to call the platform that I'm on right now, decides to make that locked throughout the world. Throughout the world. And we have a government that has consistently lied to us and continues to lie to us. In fact, we're going to have a video after this drone video about the fourth leak from the OPCW report, where basically the scientists said they've done the tests and there is no chance that chlorine poisoning had anything to do, aka there was no gas attack. This is the fourth one. How much have you heard about that in the mainstream media? I mean, I hear crickets about it all. And, we have drones going over Syria. Okay? You get it? They are in the airspace there. There are drones in Yemen. That's us. So if you don't think that eventually the plan isn't to use it on the world populace, including the American people, you would be dead wrong. So guys, it's hard for me to believe, again, now that this is going on with sightings of 6-foot wingspans, nighttime flying in patterns, and that it's several counties that local and national law authorities have no idea what's going on, that no one cleared it with them. I don't think the Mexican drug cartel could be a thing. I don't think it would be another type of drug cartel. If that were the case, they wouldn't have lights on them. That's how I feel. So it just makes absolutely no sense to me, unless, again, it's a beta test program. That's how I feel about it. Guys, thumbs the video up, subscribe. Check if you're subscribed. Again, I lost 200. See if you're still subscribed to the Burmese Brigade. Ring that bell for notifications. I'm a documentary filmmaker. All my films are free in the documentary playlist section. Loose Change Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture for free. What I really could use you to do is right here, all right, my pinned tweet. We don't want Conor McGregor fighting in 3 weeks, because there is a ton of evidence that over a year ago now in Dublin, he violently beat raped and sodomized a woman. And that's not Jason Burmis saying it. That is a multitude of mainstream media outlets in Europe. At the end of the day, there is no doubt that this young lady suffered a horrendous ordeal. The examination and all of the evidence shows that she was raped and very badly assaulted in that penthouse suite. If you go through this very thorough thread, you'll find out there's eyewitness accounts. She was bruised, bleeding, choking, that they go into minute details that are hugely detailed and complex and go into minute detail of every aspect of the night and the attack. This is what's being covered up. Why? He's worth money. That's how the world works. If you're government or you're worth money, shh. So we're trying to not let him fight. This is probably the reason you haven't seen a press conference with him in it. They haven't been promoting this thing because they know that someone's going to ask about these very, very things. This isn't the only allegation, by the way. There's another one from a couple months ago that isn't as violent, and I haven't focused on enough. But the bottom line is this woman also turned down over $1 million. Okay, this isn't about a payday. So you want to get this out? I need your help. We're trying to stop this fight. We're trying to really, this isn't a fake Me Too movement. I need you to go over, retweet, thumbs that up, star it, tweet it at Dana, WME Entertainment, the UFC, McGregor himself, all of them. And then, if you want to financially support me, please do. It was a low month on this GoFundMe. Thank you so much for that huge, awesome donation flick off. I really appreciate it. But $5, $10, $15, it means the world to me. I'm going to keep doing this no matter what, especially with your support. So join the Burmis Brigade. Let's get to 40K, 50K, 100K, and keep on trucking on a huge platform to try to expose real evil and real issues that go beyond that false left-right paradigm. Love you guys. See you on the flip side.